Thank you. Thank you. What a way to get things started. Appreciate it. What a great crowd. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. Don't mind a little participation from the audience. My name is Charlton McIlwain. I'm Vice Provost for Faculty Development, Pathways, and Public Interest Technology, and Professor of Media, Culture, and Communication at New York University. I also have the distinguished honor and distinct pleasure to serve as the President of Data and Society's Board of Directors. So whether you're a longtime Data and Society friend or just getting to know us, whether you are on the amazing Data and Society staff or one of our treasured advisors, collaborators, funders, or friends, and whether you're here with us here in my hometown of Brooklyn, New York, or joining us from across the world on the live stream, welcome. Give it up for the live stream, folks. Thank you all for joining us as we celebrate the 10th anniversary of Data and Society. Tonight we're here to celebrate what Data and Society has become, a premier source of rigorous and relevant knowledge, evidence, and insight into the ways that emerging technologies shape and impact the lives of everyday people. A growing force shaping policy about how we regulate and govern algorithmic systems. An organization working to shift the terms of debate and shift power to align technology design and use to the public interest. All of us share a piece of the story of what Data and Society has become over our first 10 years. For me, that story began just over 10 years ago. Now, my memory isn't what it used to be, but that's why we have email. And for me, a delete button that I never, ever use. So the email that started it all for me came on August 19th, 2014. It was sent by Dana Boyd at 6:58 a.m. Noted. Subject line, which was mine catching up. The message and reply simply read, "Hi Charlton, would love to catch up when I'm back." We did finally catch up. There was a lunch at the New York Times cafeteria, an invitation to serve as an advisor. There was the draw of a regular networking event that I'm sure was named just for me. It was called Whiskey Wednesdays. But two brief stories especially speak to what Data and Society mean to me today. The first comes from my first Data and Society workshop called Eclectic Ideas. Any of you remember that one? Papers being workshopped that day included everything from rural marginalization to occult computation, ethical interfaces for electronic health records, to the concept of traceability in the data supply chain. These and many more papers that day modeled what true inter- and cross-disciplinary research looked like, as well as its practical value. The day also included the paper I was assigned specifically to review and engage, titled Critical Data Theory, by Obama Justice Department alum and law professor Margaret Hugh. It was a sprawling 76-page treatise, as law professors are wont to do, arguing that the evolution of big data required a new theoretical lens to critically understand the relationship between digital data, law, and power. And it was brilliant. That experience with Margaret forged a new collaborative relationship that continues to the present day, ranging from sharing a stage just last week at a symposium on AI and marginalized communities at Duke University, to a new collaboration co-editing a 60 manuscript series for Oxford University Press on AI, civil, and human rights, authored by academics, policymakers, private sector thought leaders, advocates of various stripes. The second story is a simple one and explains why I deepened my relationship when invited with Data and Society, from participant and advisor to board member and now board president. It was a few days out from my first board meeting, and it was my first opportunity to take a look at what was driving the next few years of the organization through its newly drafted strategy document. I have to admit, I was taken aback a little, in the most positive way imaginable. Then I saw what I read brought to life in the people and the faces who presented that doc at the meeting. The message was clear, and it reflected every part and member of the organization. Technology is our work. Data is our business. But opportunity, shared power, equity, justice, these are our values. Knowledge is what we produce, but people, particularly those who rarely get a say in what technologies exist and how they are used, are why we do the work that we do. So that's my story, and this is Data and Society at 10. And so tonight we'll be looking both backwards and forward. We'll be hearing from our founder, Dana Boyd, and from 4 speakers from across our network who will speak to the theme that we chose for tonight, Foreseeable Futures. Our panelists are all part of Data and Society's past, present, and future, and they will dive into a conversation about how we've seen change happen in our field and how we create our shared future. Then our executive director, Janet Haven, will share her vision for Data and Society's next decade. And then we'll all raise a glass together, and we hope you will stick around for that following the program. So thank you.